What's up, y'all? I know I'm on a bit earlier than I have been on the past few days. Happy Tuesday to you guys. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to you guys. I pray that you guys are having an amazing morning so far. Hey, Jocelyn. I pray that, today finds you guys well. Hey, Pastor Run. Our declaration is don't quit. Our declaration is don't quit. I know many people have not been expecting me to be on today because, as you guys know, I did lose Big Bella on yesterday. And so it has still been rough, you guys. It has still been rough, but it's one of those things where, you know that life doesn't end. And I think that, this situation in general, it represents what so many of us go through. It represents what so many of us go through in life. We all have difficult seasons. But one thing that God has been reminding me of, and first of all, our declaration on today is don't quit. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. Our declaration on today is don't quit. No matter how hard it gets, no matter if you gotta cry, do not quit. Yeah, don't quit. That is our declaration. Do not quit. Saying that makes me emotional. Do not quit. As I've been spending time with God, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this one hurt my feelings. This one, whew, I'm not gonna need no tissue. This one hurt my feelings. You ever went through something that just really hurt you to like the core? It really, really just, listen, takes your breath away and then some. This was one of those situations. But as I've been spending time with God about it, He's given me so much. And I'm so very grateful. He has given me so much revelation. He's given me so much insight. And I'm going to be real. When this situation first happened, like my mindset, it was kind of, how do I move forward? It was kind of like wanting to throw in the towel. I don't know if you guys have ever like been through something that like hurt you so much, or took a hit or took a loss that like it hit you so hard that it almost makes you feel like, how do I move forward? It almost makes you question the validity of your entire process, your entire relationship with God. Because it's like sometimes when we have a relationship with God and we really know that God loves us and we know that we have faith, a lot of times like we expect to not go through certain things. We expect that because of my faith, it means that I won't get hit with something that troubles me. I won't get hit with, something that makes me want to quit. But one thing that God was reminding me of is He never allows for us to take such a hit like that without following it up with some type of victory. I'm going to say that again. He never, and I'm going to reiterate this, He will never let you experience a hit that is so hard that He never allows you, that He doesn't bring an opportunity to advance you. And that has really been like my morning time with God. I've been reflecting. I've been crying. I've been breaking down. Could not sleep last night. I've had so many moments where my head was just hanging down and God was having to tell me, listen, pick your head up. Pick your head up. It's okay. Pick your head up. But one thing that was resounding over and over and over today was the phrase, don't quit. Victory draws nigh. And I believe that many of us have been, many of us have been and are coming out of some really rough seasons. Maybe it's been rough financially. Maybe it's been this one thing that you like, God, I need a change. I need a touch from you. And, some of us have been experiencing setbacks. Some of us have been dealing with things, that on the surface, it looks like everything is good. But some of us have been dealing and in that place where it's been like, I feel like I'm about to quit. Give me a one if you can say like, you've been in that place where like to the outside world, you're strong, you got joy, like you're being productive, right? But internally, many of us have been fighting battles that no one knows about. Many of us have been at the point, or on the verge intrinsically where we're like, God, I am literally about to throw in the towel. Your word today is do not quit. Your word today is do not quit. Because one thing about God, and I know this from experience, which is why I'm able to kind of somewhat, even in my emotional state, move forward and be able to hear from God and receive from him, is the fact that I know that, he never allows you to take a hit that you cannot recover from. He never allows you to take a hit or lose something that he does not have plans to restore. And so that is, the encouragement for today. Do not quit. Because one thing about quitting is if you quit, you stay stuck. You stay stuck in the depression. You stay stuck in the defeat. You stay stuck. And honestly, when people quit, and I think we all know people like this, that's Capone in the background. Sir. When people quit, I know in my family, listening to my aunts, my uncles' stories of their goals, their aspirations, and honestly, it was purpose. Capone, no. Getting to a place where they quit, it led them to a place years later where they sat and they wondered, what life could have been. They live in the land of shoulda, woulda, coulda. I pray that I'm making sense. And I think that many people are at that very vulnerable place. I know I have been at that very vulnerable place where it's like it hurts too much to keep going. It seems a lot easier to quit. And honestly, life in general seems, when you're going through hard things, it seems easier to quit sometimes. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes it literally seems easier to quit. And the thing about it is, it seems easier to quit until you see what comes next. This morning, God was reminding me a lot about like my wilderness. It was a season where when I say I took hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, like I took so many hits, I can't even count on. I lost count of how many hits I took in that season. I've been at that place of being down and out. I've been at that place of being, hey, Sheila Washington. I've been at that place of just being, I give up. I have quit on God before. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I have said, you know what, God, I'm done. I'm not doing this. It is literally it's over with. And it's like when God brought me out of that season, he allowed me to see that every hit that I took was not in vain. And the thing about it is if the devil can, entice you enough to quit on what God has purposed you to do, on the vision that God is giving you for your life, on even the promises, the little, the big, all of the promises that God has spoken over your life, he can steal, honestly, he can steal your blessing. He can steal your breakthrough. He can steal your destiny. And in some cases, he can steal your salvation. I know so many people, I've heard so many stories of people that have gone through such great heartache and pain that they just literally gave the devil their soul. They just literally said, you know what, I can't do this anymore. And, they just counted God out altogether. I know people firsthand that is their story. And so, I don't have a real good feel good word. But what I do have is encouragement. I know what it feels like to go through things in a season that no one knows about. I know what it feels like to be at the end of your rope. I know what it feels like to want to quit. I know what it feels like to be hurt. I know what it feels like to be depressed. I know what it feels like to not know how you're going to pick yourself up, how you're going to continue your journey. I know what it feels like to question God. I know what it feels like to feel as though the thing that you are believing God for is so far away. I know what it feels like to feel like God is like dangling a carrot and then right when you get close, boom, it's yanked. I know what those things feel like. And so I simply say, don't quit. Because oftentimes the moments where you want to quit the most are the moments where the biggest victories, the biggest battles are being won. That was the revelation that God gave me about my big girl. I'm sorry. That was the revelation. Yes, sometimes things hurt. But you gotta find some type of resolve, some type of strength to move forward. Bella's time with me was, and I need to say this, it was a good few years. It was a great few years, actually. But I also understand it was the ending of a season of suffering, both for her and for me. I do understand that it had to happen. It had to happen. And yesterday I felt defeated. Yeah. I felt like I'm about to quit. I felt hopeless. But when I woke up this morning, God reminded me that there's always a rainbow after every single storm of life. There's always a new beginning after moments where we feel tremendously defeated. She was. I said I wasn't going to cry. She was. Whew. She was. And so where I go from now, where I go from here, I take it a day at a time. My heart is broken. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, it is. I can't sugarcoat it. I told God, I said, Lord, this one, it hurt my feelings. I'm not even gonna lie, but I understand. I do understand the reason behind it. I understand, and so it's like you can go through things that hurt, but you still understand the why, and I don't even believe that God is done giving me all of the revelation concerning like the why, I don't believe he's done with that, but sometimes things hurt in life. Sometimes they absolutely hurt in life. And so the message today was, don't quit. That's what you guys see me doing, is trying not to quit, refusing to quit, still giving God a yes. And so I can't apologize for the tears because they gonna come. They're for now, it's fresh. They're gonna come, they are gonna go. It's just a part of the grieving process. Hey, Natasha. And so that is it. That is it, they did do something very, very special for her that made me cry even the more. I feel like I want to share it with you guys. And so hold on, I still have it. I have not looked at it too much because it just looking at it, it makes me emotional and it reminds me that it is real. And I will say that, there have been moments even in dealing with this where I've tried to just run and hide from the pain of losing her. But I'm going to show you guys what they did. And I appreciate that. Pastor Ron, I appreciate that. Hold on, y'all. So, my big girl, what they did, gave me a little box. They prayed over her as I was saying my goodbyes to her. And it went pretty quick. She was at peace. But this is what they did. They gave me, I don't know if you guys can see that, her paw print. With her name attached, which was, it was a lot. And they gave me, cut off a little bit of her hair and put it in here. And so I've never had that done. And so that is the ending of one chapter. That is the ending of one chapter. And so that's it. That is the word. And so today I'm gonna get out of the house. I told myself I wasn't gonna sit around sad, depressed, crying my eyes out all day. And so today looks like not quitting. You know, sometimes not quitting, it just looks like getting out of bed. I feel led to say this to somebody. Sometimes not quitting looks like putting on some clothes and actually looking like something. This is like the first time in weeks that I've actually just put on clothes. Sometimes not quitting just looks like you choosing not to be depressed, you choosing not to be sad. Sometimes, you know, quitting, you know, they are surprisingly, they've been very comforting. Very comforting. I know that they are sad. I know Sweetie is sad, but they've been very much comforting. They've been more concerned about me from licking my tears off my face. I'm just like, stop it. You know, it is quiet around here. I will say that I am used to Bella running around. I'm used to telling her no. I'm used to all of those things, but that's it. The show has to go on. And so from here, each day is a brand new day. It is one of those days where I'm fighting not to quit. And so I think that's genuinely what we all have to do at times. Is I think that is faith in itself, to say, God, even though this hurt, I'm going to keep going. Even though it breaks my heart, I'm going to keep going. Even though it's rough, I'm going to keep going. Because one thing about God is that he doesn't fail. One thing about God is he doesn't fail. And so I say all of that to say, you know, keep going. I didn't have enough to get it done, but God gave me favor with the vet. I think I was like $120 short of, they misquoted me. And so my goal is to get that paid off, to get that debt, at least one of those debts paid off. And so the funds that you guys sow are going to go towards properly closing that chapter. Right now, my only need is gas. Like, I need gas. I'm not concerned about anything else. But I do know that my tank is literally, it's on E. And so to those of you guys that, you know, feel led to sow, initially funds are going to go to gas, and the rest of the 120 is going to go towards closing that chapter. And so that is where we are. I do ask that you guys continue to pray for me. I gotta close this. That you guys continue to pray for me, that you guys continue to remember my name in your prayers. You know, that's really all that I ask. People have been asking me, what do you need? It's like, how do you even answer that question? It's just literally prayer. That is it. To those of you guys that, you know, feel led to sow, you can. If you need to tithe, even if it's not to this ministry, please go and tithe. And so that is it. I love you guys. I am rooting for you guys. And so until next time.